I want to add a gigantic cipher, and I really want to focus on two ciphers. As it appears nothing's happening today. And, tomorrow, it's tender time. It's a tender time we're in. But the day the music died, who is the music? You're like, well, Satan. I am music, and I write the song. Barry Manilow. Satan is music, timbrels and pipes. But who would be the day the music died? Well, that would be your trumpet, your horn makes music. And how many keys on a piano? 88. Just like your two best fruits are apples and bananas, right? Your two best instruments for music are, the trumpet and the piano. And of course, the trumpeter. In the movie, James Bond, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and they played that same song at the end of No Time to Die. Oh, it was Louis Armstrong, right? It was, and which is all about the trumpet. Louis Armstrong, James Bond. We have all the time in the world. Louis Armstrong, we have all the time of the world, Wikipedia. And so I don't think that gave us a date, if I remember. Yeah, it never did give us a date. And but we do have on Her Majesty's Secret Service, we got Louis' birthday, but February 3rd, 2 days later, you got a full moon. So that's a cipher. That's a decode. That's a way to look at it. I woke up the other night at 1:31 after really, asking the Lord, for the date. I woke up at 1:31. That's a big day for many reasons. But the Lord doesn't always answer our prayers like that. So you got February 3rd, but the big cipher I wanted to look at was the text to Trump 88022, and I sat her down and started the process of 86ing the 88 on August 2nd, which is 802. 88, I was her 88. The divorce took place on February 2nd, which is murder code with time moving up to exact 9 minutes. You have 8 minutes, 38 seconds, plus the 22 seconds gives you that perfect 9 minutes, right? So if you move it up 1 year, 1 day for every year, well, we are now at we just did the 14th anniversary, or we would be coming up on the 14th anniversary on February 2nd. And that would put you to him going down on 2/16, February 16th, and rising on the 18th. But she and I saw each other physically through 2010. So I don't know. February 14th, I'll tell you, February 14th with Valentine's Day and the ritual being the Super Bowl on a Sunday. And then him going down on a Tuesday and rising on a Thursday, Thor Day, with Wednesday in the middle, the Dead Souls Day, is a little too perfect, isn't it? 214, Valentine's Day, is the 45th day of the year, and the 214th verse of Revelation is the first time deadly wound is mentioned. He would then rise on February 16th, which is 216. And that is your 14 years after Valentine's Day, 14 days after Valentine's Day, as we're 14 years after Valentine's Day, because it's almost what took place then is now reversed. You know what I mean? So the day he would rise, the 16th, it's almost the reversing of the 86ing of that 88, as he is now the reversal of the 86. He is the 68. 68 is a reversal of 86. So he would go down on the 14th, Valentine's Day, which is what the hearts are all about. I want to look at this cipher right here. February 3rd, 1959, and I want to track days, and I want to track the days of the divorce, or when I sat her down and told her I wanted a divorce. So the day the music died, which is from the song American Pie, which our former contributor used to say was the most powerful song going. Just hitting on today, it's 23369. When would it be 23386? Let's go to our date of 214, which is Valentine's Day. I'll be doggone. That's a 23387, the day before that. So the 13th. The 13th is your 86. And he would rise on 88 on the 15th. Now let's go back and look at when I sat her down, you know, the text to Trump 88022. So it was on August 2nd, but it was on a leap year. It was 2008. So, and I saw the dark night on a total solar eclipse, August 1st, 2008. It was a total solar. It was a dark night. I was going to tell her I wanted a divorce that day. But my son came into town for his mom's birthday, which is on Obama's birthday. But that was when they was going to celebrate. He just wanted us all to go out to dinner. So out to dinner with the first lady I divorced, the second lady I'm about to divorce, the Lord put it in my heart. I was an astrologer. I was just not a very good person. Beautiful girl. We still get along great. I got a great relationship with my stepdaughter, her daughter. But the marriage was built to fail. Everything's the Lord's plan. On day 801, when I saw the dark night, sorry, I was right the first time. Since it was a leap year, August 1st is always the 213th day of the year, but it was a leap year. So it was the 214th day of the year. The 214th verse is deadly wound. That was a total solar when I saw the dark night. Sat her down and told her I wanted a divorce on 802, which is in the heart of text to Trump. And I was her 88, and our divorce was on 22. It was day 215. So him going down at this 214, 215, 216, Let's look at the big bopper. The divorce, like right now, it's 5107 days. If I run that to, let's just say Valentine's Day, 5125, it's 1412, 168.12, 738, 4428, 123,000 hours even. Okay. Him rising on the 16th would be 14 years and 14. It's 14 years and 14 days later, as you can see right there. It says it right there. That's 5/127. You know what's weird about me times 27? My number 82362, which 8 is trying the number of 36, and 36 trying the number of 666, and my number literally says 8, 2, 36, 2. What do you think the next 2 is? 666, of course. And when you take my number and times it just by 27, you get 222 coded. You get 223 coded, which is the year. You got 37, which is the 12th prime number, 12th number for the church. And then you've got the next progression of that, 74. 37 plus 37 is 74. Then you've got a 77, which is Eve coded because Eve is in the number 7. It's in the number 11, and 7 times 11 is 77. 27 is a big number. So now, if you run the 802, the August 2nd date, which is in the heart of Texas Trump, and let's run that by Valentine's Day. 5309, 867, 5309. 86th. Being 86th. 867, 5309. Could it be that he would go down on a Tuesday and rise on Thor Day? In the middle is Wednesday, which is when the absolute chaos would totally begin and take place. Then what is the Super Bowl about? Of course, it's the ritual. It's the honing in of those deep satanic powers. All concentrated into that one locale for the world to witness. So sure, February 3rd's a day because it's that anniversary. And I'm about to turn 62, so it would be the 64th anniversary, which is a big number. Text to Trump. Trump's number is 163464 for the 64th anniversary. I don't know. It's a big day to look at. And that was the day the Groundhog movie, that's when his life started moving forward again, was on February 3rd. He woke up and it was no longer February 2nd. It was February 3rd. Heidi 2 on the marquee. Alpine on top of the marquee. The Alpine room in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is all about No Time to Die. It looks amazing for tomorrow. On Her Majesty's Secret Service does with that 19398. Today is 97. 19397. Opening of the seal would be today. The 97th verse is Revelation 6:1. The 98th verse is the crowning. That's really about the rising day, isn't it? Let's move it now to what we're talking about. this Valentine's Day. The hearts all over iPad Goat. 19415, 53, 126. And now let's look at No Time to Die. Today it's 476. Let's look at the 214. We're getting close to 500 on that. You're at 500 for Antichrist in Strong's Concordance on February 20th. 220. One, 4, 1, 2. 1612. It's a great day for rising, which would have him going down on 218. Have him going down on a Saturday. Rising on the 20th. We got a new moon, I think, on that 21st. If we look at the 16th, which is a potential rising day, it's, oh, I like that. It's 1 year, 4 months, 8 days for 148. It is 16 months, 8 days, which is 168. It's the reversal of the 86 and 496, which again, the 96, the 9 and the 6. Nine, when you look at the 9 and you look at the 6, the 9 is taking something low, and then the 6, and it's spitting it out high. It's taking something bad and making it good. So again, it's like the 9 is the 86, and then here's your 68. Let's look at that. Let's look at 96 times 868. 83328. You got murder code, you got 33, 328. $96 times 8668, which is the whole thing that you're looking at. I fused it together with 868, but that does put the book of Revelation 66 in the middle. And that gives you again the 83, 212, 128. Let's just say he was to go down tomorrow on day 128, just like my dad was found on day 128. Earl died on day 128. Tomorrow is day 128. He would rise on Monday. That's the phoenix rising from the ashes, and that's your economy crashing. And you have the eagles and the chiefs, literally of the fire and the phoenix rising. Overnight, that Sunday night ritual, Sunday evening, Sunday night ritual taking place, and then on Monday. So, I mean, tomorrow, 128 is enormously in play. But there was just other ciphers I wanted to look at, getting us into Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl and everything that's about. He could go down on the 10th and rise on the 12th at the Super Bowl. I mean, it's too much. There's a lot going on. But I think we're in that tender time because, you know, February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep. The day the music died. Did they really die? Well, it looks like real wreckage. I don't know. They didn't have a lot of the technology back then. But you just feel like it's staged. The story behind the day the music died. How old was Trump on that day? That's a great question. February 3rd, 1959. He was 4617, 12720. 1512. 1188 with the hours, or 110808. How old is Trump on that day this year? He is 27993. There's two more quick little ciphers I want to look at. When he turns, I mean, him going down on 27997, which would be him going down on a Tuesday and rising on a Thursday. He would rise on the 9th. He would be 27999 on his rising day. And you've got 76 years with 726, 7 months, 26 days. 726 is Antichrist in English gematria, which is English ordinal times 6. 76726. I just like that 999 with that 27. Then when you look at him on Valentine's Day, which is another potential day for him to go down, he's 768, 76 years, 8 months. He's 28004. On 216, which of course is on Bond's cards, 6 times 6 times 6. Oh, he's 28 years, 006 days old. That was the blackout. The score was 28-6 at 1322. So is that coding that the day he rises or the day he goes down? Because it's one that was at 1322 on the clock. The movie was called The Dark Knight Rises. And that was the blackout. 1322. Let's run that blackout game. That was also on a February 3rd. Again, if he goes down on February 3rd, that's fantastic. It's a 23 in the year 23. February 2, 3rd, 3, 2, 3 in 2023. So it was, I'm sorry. It was 2013. So if you include both dates, he's 3666. 120, 14, 214, deadly wound, healed. I think that's our best one. Him going down on the 14th on Valentine's Day with all the hearts and I Pet Goat and rising on 216. Because that Super Bowl blackout hits right on it. 11:4 is coded, which is 10 years, 14 days, which is Genesis 11:4. Let us make us a name. So let's run everything back to this date. The divorce, the 86ing is 5125, which is, I can't even begin to get into the enormity. You do have 404 down in the common year, but there's so much going on with 5125 with the personal marriage cipher, so on and so forth. It's 867 5309 days. 5309 days. He'd be rising. Are you ready for this? me do this again. I goofed up. 867-5309 on the 14th. He would be rising on the 16th. It would be 5-3-11. Look at the years, months and days. 14614. 614 is his birthday. He's born again. Let's run the next cipher. The big bopper. 23387. If you include both dates, it's 23388. We are allowed to do that. If you go to the next cipher, the release of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's nothing really big that jumps out at me there. Let's go to No Time to Die for the 16th rising day. It's perfect. 1 year, 4 months, 8 days, 148. Donald J. Trump. 168, 16 months, 8 days, and the 496 on the day. So you got your 68, 148, and 496, which is like a 68. It's taking something bad and spitting it out good. It's all right there, isn't it? You go to the blackout, to the rising day of the 16th. It is 3666 if you include both dates. 1214 coded, Adam coded at 120 months. And the last cipher, what's this one? Why is my birthday up there? All right, let's go to the rising day. Seems like more about what my birthday would be. 8 to the 36 to the 666. 22505. All right, let's look at a few more. Stepdaughter's amazing number. 138, 88, 86, all that. On the 86th day, she's 9098. 98th verse, crowning. So on the 16th, on the rising day, she turns to 9100 even. Our mom, which comes to 1117 this year, it's a little too perfect. It's 18008 or 188 on the rising day, and on going down, she's 186. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Wikipedia. February 14th, 1929. February 14th, 1929. It was right before the Great Depression, wasn't it? That would be an even 94 years. It's 34333. 34 for the Donnie Darko coding. 343 is 7 times 7 times 7 into 333. It's very powerful. But yeah, Candy is 186. 18,006 days. Sure enough. And guess what Trump is on the rising day? He's 286, 28 to 6 was the score. We already talked about that. I'm sorry. My Mayday friend is 138.05 for Donald Trump. On the 86ing day, she's literally 138.03. What was Earl's address where he was shot and killed? 3803. That's how many days old she'll be. Mayday. 138. It's the fusing of Donald Trump with the 3803 Earl's address. I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to go down on Tuesday, Valentine's Day, and rise on Thursday, February 16th, 216. So deadly wound, 214. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. You look at stepson who was born in 2001, which is the son of the mother who comes to 1117 times the year, and the brother of the sister who has 138, 88, and 86. So when you look at him, he's February 25th, 2001. 824, which is just gigantic. He's 21, 11, 20. If you include both dates, it's 21, 11, 21, 121 coded. But 8024 is nuts. That's the 802 right there. But there's so much more with 8024. And then the rising day, 8026, 21, 11, 22. 26322. It's 322 coded, 63 coded. Anyway, I think we you know, leave it to Beaver. Leave it to me to focus on a new date. February 3rd is big. It's 2 days before a full moon. But my goodness, they want to get that Super Bowl off. The Super Bowl's been planned for a reason. They could have had the Super Bowls in the middle of January. They could have that Super Bowl whenever they wanted to. They have it on 212. 212 or 12 or 122. Hold on. It's either 2, 1, 2, or the other way to say it is 2. Whoops. The 12th day of the second month. 122, yeah. Same with that. It's 142. 214 and 142. And then it's 216, of course. It's 162. That's how you write the dates. All right, anyway, that's it. That's good. Again, we're going to get to your comments later. I just don't want to now go to your comments because people see the length of the video, they'll go nuts. But this hit me while I was getting some treatment done, spinal treatment. Again, spinal. They fixed his spine. I go to this machine. It's like a DXM 900. I go to this DRX 9000 machine, and it's true spinal treatment. It'll hit your lumbar or your cervical, your neck or your lower back. It's non-surgical spinal decompression therapy for herniated disc treatment. It works amazing. But it's no cure, but it's good maintenance. It's just expensive.
We will break down your
and that's what takes place is it pulls the disc. And you remember He had a spinal issue. But before he rose out of that pit, they fixed his spine. And you know how Trump and I are tied together at the hip. And so my spine got fixed today. So anyway, love y'all. This is, oh man, we are in tomorrow's big. February 2nd's big on Groundhog Day. The 3rd is big. After that, you can look at the 10th, rising at the Super Bowl, sure. That's your 210 coding or 102 coded. But the whole Valentine's Day with the hearts and all that stuff. Valentine's Day. Isn't it a 3-day event? Begins on the 13th, ends on the 16th. Valentine's Day. Oops. What is the day? What day is 13 February Valentine's Day? On February 13th, day before Valentine's, is Kiss Day. Okay. I was pretty sure it was an event that spanned over actual days. And we can get more into that later without wasting your time today. If anything y'all know on that, let me know. Love you.